Tonight on DC News Now, showers are working their way through, but will we see them linger into Saturday? We'll have a full look at your forecast.
The wet weather delaying the long-awaited opening of new express lanes in Virginia when drivers can use the lanes as holiday travel picks up.
Turning sewage into drinking water.
All of it is very, very safe.
Why scientists say the toughest part could be getting people over that yuck factor.
Lots of excitement for the holidays. The family fun festivities from zoo lights to the downtown DC holiday market to the Winter City Lights in Montgomery County.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight for DC News Now at 9. I'm Chris Flanagan.
And I'm Susan Tran. A rainy start to our weekend, my friends. Let's take a live look outside and also at 495 in Northern Virginia. The soggy conditions delaying tomorrow's opening of the new express lanes. We're going to have much more details on that. But first, let's get a timeline of those showers that we're talking about.
Meteorologist David Matson in for Jackie tonight, and they're starting to make their way here to the district.
Right, and that timeline for the road opening there was supposed to be tomorrow morning.
Right.
And the showers, they kept pushing back, and that's where we get that delay.
It was always weather dependent.
Oh, yeah, and the weather's not on our side in that sense because, we've been dry for the most part all day long, and really as we've made our way into this Friday night as well, the showers, they certainly did back up. They've been slow to arrive, but finally we are starting to see some of that wet weather emerge up over the Allegheny front. It's raining out toward Hampshire, Mineral, Allegheny counties and the Cumberland area there in western Maryland. Now over toward DC, things are still dry for the time being. A few light showers are clipping by southern Maryland at this hour, but if we take a wider view of things, that one shower out over western Maryland and West Virginia is just the leading edge of a larger batch of wet weather that is rolling on to the east toward DC and the I-95 corridor. And as we head through the middle of the night, finally, these showers are expected to arrive. And it's going to be soggy for the most part during the overnight hours tonight. As we head into the day on Saturday, it's not going to be totally done with us yet, given the later arrival time here. We are going to see a few of those showers still around right around sunrise, but look at the trend here. This system is not going to stick around for very long as things are expected to dry back out as we head through the middle of the morning tomorrow. So this rainfall will be short-lived should we be ready for any additional wet weather as we head throughout the weekend. We'll have a full look at your forecast coming up here in just a bit.
All right, Damien, now to that wet weather causing the one-day delay for the opening of the Capital Beltway expansion there in Northern Virginia. It's the biggest change to that stretch in a decade.
Taking a live look right now, this is 495, the traffic on the right. This is heading north towards the American Legion Bridge into Maryland. Now, VDOT delaying the 2.5-mile two-lane expansion from Saturday until Sunday again because of rain in the forecast. The project, which started back in 2022, expands both sides of the 495 express lanes through McLean for a quicker ride towards Maryland, and it'll connect both the GW Parkway and the Dulles Toll Road. Governor Glenn Youngkin celebrating the new stretch set to ease congestion.
The resident who traverses these crowded roads frequently, I'm personally very excited about 495 next being opened.
There will still be overnight closures throughout the weekend as crews are finishing up. The $660 million project also includes bike lanes and walking paths, and those will fully open next year.
And developing tonight at 9, all lanes on 270 in Montgomery County now back open after a police chase ended in a crash. This is a look at the interstate earlier. See, when the highway here was shut down, investigators say the chase started in Frederick County on Route 15. Deputies seeing a car driving the wrong way in the northbound lanes, forcing other drivers to swerve out of the way. The chase continued into Montgomery County, ending in the crash on 270. Deputies say they do have everyone in that car in custody.
We are following breaking news. A former Trump loyalist who recently had that major fallout is resigning from Congress. We're talking about Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene posting on social media she is done. The Georgia Republican writing, always been despised in Washington, D.C. and never fit in. The Congresswoman, one of President Trump's most staunchest allies, but recently had that very public fallout with him over the release of the Epstein files, as well as disagreements on some foreign policy matters and health care. She says her last day in office will be January 5th.
Whose streets? Our streets. Whose streets? Our streets. Anthony Chambers, say his name. Anthony Chambers.
A vigil outside D.C. police headquarters to honor the people killed by police during President Trump's federal takeover. Police have killed 3 men within 4 days there in the district.
And advocates say they want to send a message that there needs to be more accountability. DC News Now's Yamir Sisay was at the service and has more on the growing outrage.
Yeah, well, tonight is both a moment to mourn, but also a demand for change. Dozens say these deaths should have never happened, and they're demanding accountability now.
Whose streets? Our streets. Whose streets? Our streets.
Frustration and a demand for justice.
As long as we try to combat community violence with more police, all we are going to see is more bodies dropping.
Advocates say they're tired of seeing lives lost at the hands of police.
I really want us to admit that policing and jailing literally doesn't work.
Last Friday, Kevin Booker was shot and killed inside a home after D.C. police say he charged at them with 2 knives. On Sunday, Demetrius Alston was found unresponsive in Metro Transit Police custody at Anacostia Station. And on Monday, David Warren Childs was shot and killed by an MPD officer after police say he reached for a gun after a chase.
Good kid. He always was out, always helping community members. Nobody never had anything bad to say about him. So to be here today and to realize that the police took his life and didn't give him his day in court, didn't give him a chance to tell his side of the story.
Angry. It's funny to me that that people are immediately sure that when black people are killed by police that they deserve it.
Many here say they want officers involved to be held accountable.
Demand justice for everybody affected by police violence. We're here to demand an accountability from the police and our elected officials, including and especially the mayor.
In a statement, an official from MPD says the agency is proceeding in accordance with D.C. law for each of these cases. MPD is expected to release the body camera footage of the shooting of David Warren Childs on Monday. Reporting in Northwest, I'm Yalmir Sisay, DC News Now.
And the vigil coming one day after a judge ordered the Trump administration to end the National Guard deployment in D.C. The ruling says President Trump's takeover illegally intruded on local officials' authority to direct police. The Attorney General for D.C. now calling for all troops to be sent home. But the judge did suspend her order for 3 weeks to allow for an appeal.
New tonight, a woman arrested for killing her elderly mother in Northern Virginia. Fairfax County Police saying Helena Little stabbed her 79-year-old mother multiple times at her home there in McNair and then took off. A caregiver finding her body on Tuesday. Investigators then arrested her daughter 2 days later. The 31-year-old is charged with second-degree murder and is being held without bond. Investigators say they're still looking into a motive. A suspect who's been on the run for 2 months, wanted for a deadly stabbing in the district, finally in custody. Investigators say there was a large fight right near 14th and U Streets back in September, and Sean Conway stabbed a man who later died at the hospital. 3 other people were also hurt. They say the lengthy investigation led the Regional Fugitive Task Force to arrest the 49-year-old in Maryland yesterday. He's now facing murder charges.
And developing now in Virginia, state trooper has been hurt in a crash in Fairfax County. It happened this morning on 66 eastbound near the Beltway. Police say the trooper was investigating another crash when he was hit by an SUV. We're told that trooper will be okay, and the driver is charged with reckless driving.
There's a festive glow at the National Zoo. It is opening night of Zoo Lights, and even with the shutdown, staff, they were able to pull off a really dazzling winter display.
Pretty exciting. DC News Now's Daniel Hamburg joining us live there tonight. So Daniel, how's the atmosphere? It's got to be pretty fantastic out there.
It really is, Chris and Susan. The bright lights, you just can't beat this atmosphere. Take a look behind me. You can see there's a lot of mechanical features on some of these creatures that are out here. Lots of children. It really puts a smile on your face to see the way kids' faces light up when they see these displays. It's a sight to be seen. 1 million environmentally friendly LED lights making the National Zoo glow. What kind of lights have you seen?
Candy King channels.
There are more than 100 lanterns showing different habitats and the animals that call them home.
Why these heads move?
A spectacular display with a purpose. The zoo saying each visit helps support their mission to save species and protect habitats worldwide.
I feel like everything's beautiful, you feel me? Like I feel like you got a little attraction for the kids over here, you got the lights for everybody. Man, come on, you can't come wrong.
It's a tradition for many families near and far.
Every time we come back here to visit, we always come to the zoo lights. So it's just a fascinating little trip for us here.
We're military, and every time we move back to the area, we come to Zoo Lights. So we have memories from our kids growing up here every 4 years coming back. It really sets the tone for the holidays and gets everyone in the spirit.
The excitement is off the charts.
We went to the castle.
The castle? Tell me about the castle.
But we didn't go inside because we went on a train.
There's something for everyone. The lights, the s'mores, and new this year, a winter-themed light maze.
Reminds you of being a kid and also getting to see your own kids' excitement over seeing everything. It just brings the whole spirit together.
So a lot of people are on their way out right now. The zoo closes at 9:30 tonight. You can still come back tomorrow from 5 p.m. to 9:30 and Sunday from 5 p.m. to 8:30, and it is going to be here for several more weeks. So a lot more time for you to be able to get down here and see these spectacular lights. Guys?
All right, Daniel, it looks absolutely fabulous, and I love that you asked all of these kids what their favorite was. So for the big kid in you, did you find a favorite yourself?
I mean, there were tons of really cool displays. There were really cool zebras and pandas. Those were the most impressive, those lanterns showing the actual animals here. So, and obviously a lot of these sparkling lights, it just puts you in a good mood, you know?
Certainly does. So spectacular. Daniel Harenberg live tonight at the zoo. Daniel, thanks. All right, coming up here on DC News Now, check out the zoo lights this weekend. And how about also a stroll through downtown DC Holiday Market? Why it is bigger, brighter, and better than ever.
Plus, the season of giving continues in Maryland, from food to shoes, even bikes. How the community is supporting so many families in need.
And bringing back the humble home hang. We are stretching your dollar with why going broke shouldn't keep you from seeing friends.